We would like to know regarding the service before application. Whereas what we see right now is the application gets the priority, service gets a secondary or even not secondary, tertiary kind of an importance. How do you innovate this process? Is there any some learnings which could give us insights? How do you put service before application? In terms of I'm little bit going away from your presentation. I'm talking about not application focus, but service, and then coming to application. So this is one question. Second question, Professor.
The second question that I have is going all the way back to the start, where you mentioned on the page, slide number 5, you mentioned the challenges and opportunities in Korea. So I just wanted to start from the challenges, where you mentioned there were material abundance, but the low level of happiness. How did you measure that? How do you measure the level of happiness versus the material abundance? Is there any mechanism to do that? How would you know? Is it the
And we have a third question.
Okay, great. Okay, so
My question
for the
is,
question you might have.
I have one more question. Korea has done a lot of effort to make it happen that e-governance or the digital governance is in place. My question is, for this purpose, infrastructure is one thing required. Another thing is mindset of government servants as well as people of the or citizen of the nation. Now, infrastructure could be built up, but what processes you have put forward, or what processes you make to make mindset of government as well as people, whether whatever Korea did, that can be replicable. Thank you.
Right. I'm sorry, there might be some technical problems in audio and video infrastructure between Nepal and Korea and other countries. Professor No, are you ready to address several questions? Actually, it has many dimensions. The Korea.
Yeah, actually, Nepal is very far from here, so it's not easy. So that's why infra is very important to provide public services through online. So we got several questions. The first one from, I guess, Taiwan, in terms of collaboration issue. Actually, for the government innovation, we have one department in Ministry of Interior. They are charged of government innovation. Their main work is government innovation. So collaboration is one of big issue in government innovation. So that department is in charge of collaboration issue in government agencies. Also, we have some incentives, that's the positive side for the successful collaboration. Also, based on the evaluation on government work, we provide both incentives as well as some kind of punishments. So to improve collaboration in government agencies. So in sum, we have government department, government organization, which is in charge of collaboration among Korean government. Also, we have some mechanisms to improve collaboration. And data openness, actually the basic principle of data openness is public sector organizations, they can provide all information and data to citizens. But the law about the public information disclosure, the act, we have that act. That act, have a guidelines to open data in terms of national security, in terms of some privacy issues. If some data set has private information, then you cannot open that kind of data and information. So national security, privacy issues. But without those things, then the basic principle is open all information and data to the citizens. And civil servant mindset change, actually that's the big issue, but it is not easy. So even though I explained some successful cases, it is difficult to change civil servant mindset and change organizational culture in the public sector. In the successful case, we have some kind of progress in terms of citizen mindset changes and cultural change, but still we have struggling to change civil servant mindset. We have several resistance from the citizens to change, to innovate government, because there is some kind of conflict issues. Also, it is a kind of their political power issue among government organizations. So even though still we have struggling to change civil servant mindset, we have some kind of incentives and mechanisms to improve civil servant mindset. In terms of policy suggestions, we have several methods. One way is, first, government suggests some policies, then citizens can provide their ideas and opinions about those policies to improving policy design. So that's the one way. Government provide policies, then citizens respond, then policy change. The second one is citizens suggest some policies, then government review those policies, then citizen government, based on collaboration, then we can develop some policies. So we have several ways to develop some policies based on citizen participation. And how we measure the level of happiness, it is very, very difficult issues to measure happiness. Actually, before measuring the citizens' happiness, we need to develop some kind of measure, index, to evaluate happiness. So basically, Korean government approach is like this. Happiness we can divide into two groups, perceptual one and some kind of statistical things. So perceptual one is we can do some kind of survey in terms of happiness. And so statistical index means in terms of happiness, actually income level or some kind of infrastructure for citizens' quality of life, those statistical index can be the way of measuring happiness. So perceptual one and some kind of statistical index, we can combine those things. Then we can provide some index of happiness.